Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for Fairy Tail Manga chapter 482. As we start things off, it's just basically seeing how the other people who are faced with past clones are dealing with the situation, and there was only three rememberable for me, and that is Gray slash Leon and their master. The only reason why this was rememberable for me because Gray acted completely unexpected how I thought everyone was going to react. He was on job straight away. He's like, yo, you're not really my master, you're just an enemy using the image of my master. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm fighting full on straight from the get go. You are going down. I was like, yo, okay. Is that you, Gray? Yeah? Alright, cool. Bro, whew. The other one was Wendy now. Now, Wendy gets hit and she's like, my leg, my leg, my leg. The reason why this was memorable for me, because I spent a couple of, not minutes, but a couple of seconds looking at the page and I'm like, who is that? And I realized it was Wendy. I was like, oh, and I was like, damn, and I was like, oh, shame. I was like, shame. Wendy said she's gonna do the situation, and she's really saying my leg, my leg, my leg. I can't move it. I'm like, yo, okay. So that was rememberable for that reason. And the last one was Laxus. Now, Laxus one was funny because he's just standing there and he's like, yo, what's with you fairy tale founders? Why can't you just stay dead? Why do you not keep coming back? What's wrong with you? And obviously, when he's saying these things, he's referring to Mavis and how the whole projection form thing. But yeah, those are the three most memorable for me. And then we flip over to the main focus of the chapter, which is Urza versus the three people that she's facing. I can't remember their names. The 3-on-1. Move on to the 3-on-1 now. Urza is getting bust up, she's getting slashed up, she's getting bun up, she's getting blast up. Whatever up you can think of, Urza probably suffered it during this chapter. Now, after this amount of after all of this punishment, they decide to tie her up. They decide to tie her up, and that's when she starts to get whipped up, and not in the fun way either. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But after all of this punishment, all this torture, all this suffering, Ursa's just like, alright, cool. I'm sick of this reunion. Evil spirits be gone or something like that. Evil spirits be gone unless you want to feel the taste of my blade one more time. But she gave a very nice, whatever it was, I can't remember word for word. She gave a very nice speech and she gave a look. She's basically just performed some like next level higher tier version of Conquer's Haki, because as soon as she says that speech, as soon as she gives that look, thumbnail, as soon as she gives that look, these past clones, as I call them, not only do they feel fear, not only do they start sweating, but they dispersed, they vanish, are gone. They're destroyed. We're not gonna get what I thought we was gonna get, where it was a thing where Urza could not deal with these clones, therefore she has to bypass them and defeat the main source. No, no, no. She's defeated the clones. The clones are now gone. But the question is, how did she do it? It's not Conqueror's Haki because we're not in One Piece. This is Fairy Tail. And the Conqueror's Haki can't even do that yet. So the question is, how did she do it? After she done it, Jalal and Kaguya, they finally made it back to the main part of the ship that they were on, and they see that Urza's heavily wounded. Jalal gets mad. He sees her like that, he just does one swift turn. He is mad. Can barely see his pupils anymore. That's how mad that Jalal is, and he's just like, yo. So it's obviously he wants to go. He wants to bring it to Neanhart, but Neanhart now, he is just as baffled as the clones were. He's also sweating, I think, and he's like, yo, how did Urza do that? And then he starts to go into a speech where he says, is Urza my what's the name? Lady Ellen's, and then he's like dot, 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 dot. So we now got a question. Who is Urza to this lady Ellen person, if I'm pronouncing that name properly? Is that her mom? Is that her grandmom? Is that her daughter? Is that her niece? Is that her auntie? Is that her servant, godmother, or what? We got a question here that needs to be answered. Now it looks like we are going to get like possibly a flashback next chapter, and so some growth for Urza's character, which could be good, which can be good. But yeah, so it seems like we're going to get into that next chapter now. A question of this new power that Urza has displayed, and like, is it random? Is it an arse pool? Sorry for my language. But yeah, but is it these things? And I'm thinking I'm gonna wait to answer this question like next week or when we get a full explanation of the power. But for just right now, I'm thinking that there have been more desperate situations where Urza should have used his power. But again, like I said, I'm gonna wait until I know a full explanation of what this power is. Maybe something triggered within this fight that now enabled her to use it. But for now, that is exactly what I'm thinking. For this chapter, I'm going to give it a 3-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.